Dear students, in modern times of the internet and social media, the whole world has become technically, means technologically advanced. Our emails, our social media chats, our text have become our favorite modes of communication, right? And we are experiencing this thing every day. But still, the letters hold a great value. You will you will be surprised to know this actually. But the formal letters that are used as a medium of communication in the professional environment, and also they are written to the authorities. Do you know why they are written to the authorities? Because these letters, means these formal letters, can be kept as a record. Okay, so this is a very important factor actually, the letter writing, especially the formal letter writing. Okay, so let us take a quick look at what is a formal letter actually, and what is the format of formal letter. Now, there are two types of letters, formal letter and informal letter. And in your exam, you have given both the choices. You can attempt the formal or the informal letter. Okay. Now we will see uh, what is the formal letter actually. But one more thing is that the formal letters are not meant for family or friends or our relatives. Okay, because this formal letter actually follows a certain format here. So what type of format does it follow? Just we will look at this now. Here you can see that our format of the formal letter starts with the sender's address. On the left side of the page, just next to the margin, you have to write the sender's address or the full contact details. Now, at the end of the address, when you write the name of the place, then immediately on the next line, you have to write the date there. Okay, so it is not compulsory to leave the space or leave a line for uh, just to write the date there, but after the date you have to leave a line and then start the receiver's address on the next line. After leaving a line, then start the receiver's address. Okay, so receiver's address means the recipient's address. Okay, yeah, uh, we just write it as 2 comma and then the designation of that receiver, the editor or the secretary, whatever the designation is, we have to write that, and then the full address. Okay, after the receiver's address, we have to write the subject of the letter. Now here you have to mention the main point, main purpose of your letter, but in only 6 to 8 or 4 to 5 words. Okay, it is very brief. It is very brief actually. After the subject gets ended, then there is a salutation. It should be in a decent way, means respected sir or respected madam, and then start your letter. Means then our body of the letter gets started. Now, in the body of the letter, there are three paragraphs. In the first paragraph, just introduce yourself. But here it is not expected to write your personal introduction, means your personal information. Don't give your personal information or the actual name. Okay. If you are writing any complaint letter, then you can write that I am a resident of Mayur Vihar and I am writing this letter on the behalf of all the residents of my colony. This is your introduction here. Okay. Then in the second paragraph, it should include the matter actually, means what is the matter of this letter or what is the main topic of the letter. You have to write it in detail. Okay, and after that, in the third paragraph, you have to conclude your letter by asking them any solution or just ask them to find out any solution. And then the very important thing is there, that is complimentary closing. Yours truly, yours faithfully, or yours sincerely. Such type of complementary closing should be there. But before that, write in a line, thanking you, comma, and then yours faithfully, or all these options you have to write. Yours faithfully, yours truly, or yours sincerely. Okay. Actually, this is the format of our formal letter. So according to me, actually in the exam, you can attempt the formal letter in a better way compared to the informal letter. Because in formal letter, there are certain steps, and for every and each step, you can get marks there. Means if you are writing the receivers and senders address in a correct way, you can secure 1 mark. Means half mark for the sender's address and half mark for the receiver's address. Okay. Then the subject and the body of the letter carries 2.5 mark there. Okay, 2.5 mark in body and a subject. In a complementary means the next step is our complementary closure. In complementary closure, you can secure half mark there. And if you are writing the whole letter in a correct way, means your sentence construction should be grammatically correct, then you can secure 1 mark. Means total 5 marks later, means you can secure or you can get 5 marks. But in language paper, it is really very difficult to secure 5 out of 5 marks in writing skill, even in writing means letter writing, or even the next topics also. So but you can try your best to get more and more marks in this section. Okay, so try it in try this later, formal later, in a better way. Okay, here I have given you a sample letter. Actually, this letter is written to the editor of a daily newspaper. It is a complaint letter. uh, See, just read the full the entire complaint letter here. See here, uh, our sender's address is given, flat number 406, Sungleam Society, in a one line. Then our name of the colony, Indira Nagar. Then the name of the city is there, and then date format is there. If you watch this carefully, you can see commas there, and when there is a name of the city, there is a full stop. If you know the pin code very well, or if the pin code is given itself in the question, then you can attempt it. But if you don't know the pin code, don't write imaginary pin code there. Okay, just leave it, no problem is there. Leave a single line here after the date, and then the receiver's address, 2 comma the senior editor, means the designation of that person. Then which newspaper is this? ABC Times. The address, MG Road, and the name of the city, that is Bangalore. Now leave the line there once again, and after that, subject, power cut at irregular times in our locality. This is the subject of our um, letter. Here we have to write respected, means salutation should be there. Respected, sorry, respected sir, and comma. Okay, respected sir. Now here you can write the introduction also. Means I am a resident of Manik Nagar, and I am writing this letter on behalf of all the residents of my colony. Okay, you can start this letter with the introduction, means with this introduction, and then through the medium of your distinguished and respected newspaper, I wish to make the authorities of the municipality aware of the different problems. The residents of my locality are facing many problems due to the power cut at irregular times in our area. As the summer season has started a few days ago, it is very difficult to manage with these failure problems. And then the next, Miss second paragraph gets started from here. This is the fourth week since this problem is happening. And now, seeing the current weather conditions, these seems to be a big problem. Our daily routine is totally disturbed by this sort of power cut every time. Another cause of my concern is that the exams are going on, and due to these power cuts, it is impossible for our children to study with full concentration. Therefore, I would like to draw, Miss third paragraph gets started from here. This is the concluding paragraph. I would like to draw the attention of all the concerned authorities with the help of your newspaper as a medium. I hope you are now aware of the problems which we are facing every day and will be able to help us in drawing their attention and resolving this matter as soon as possible. Okay, then complimentary closing, thanking you, yours sincerely. Then if any name is referred in your question, is mentioned in your question, then you can write here any name. Okay, and in this way your formal letter gets ended here. In this way you can secure more and more marks in this section. So best of luck to all of you, and share this video with all the students, with all your friends, so that they can also prepare uh, all these topics with the help of this video. Okay, so I am giving you the previous videos links also. In the previous video I have explained the language study in detail. Okay, so share the video. If any problem is there, any doubt is there, let me know what type of doubt you have. I will try to solve it tomorrow. Okay, because we have only one day now. Okay, so and on 19th of March we have to give our English paper. That's why just study very well. Just have your concentration, full concentration tomorrow. Okay, and solve the paper.